All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're running through an explainer on the asset machine, financing a wealthy future. Now, look, we all know the absolute basic math of wealth, right? Acquire assets, avoid depreciating liabilities. It's personal finance 101. But today, we're not just rehashing those basic cliches. We're actually going to look under the hood at the structural mechanics and really the psychological discipline behind making that shift happen in real life. We're breaking down exactly how the top percentage of wealth builders leverage capital allocation to fundamentally completely change their financial trajectory.
So let's kick things off with Section 1, the $10,000 choice.
Okay, so picture this. Two distinct people are handed exactly $10,000 today. It's a true, no-strings-attached windfall just sitting right there in their checking accounts, waiting to be deployed.
Now, what would you actually do with it? And be totally honest with your first instinct here. Are we talking, a car down payment, finally fixing that leaky roof, or maybe just cashing out a literally irresponsibly large online shopping cart? It's completely human nature to immediately match an influx of new capital with a lingering desire. So keep your own gut reaction in mind as we watch our two hypothetical people handle this exact same scenario. Which brings us to Section 2. Two different paths.
The contrast in how they allocate this capital is just stark. Person A takes that $10,000 and immediately liquidates it into lifestyle upgrades. We're talking a brand new phone, designer clothes, a luxury vacation. They are explicitly trading their cash for depreciating goods. But Person B does something fundamentally different. They allocate that exact same capital into an income-generating asset. No flashy phone, no beach trip, just a quiet, completely unglamorous mechanism that's designed to produce yield.
And this right here is where the massive power of delay kicks in. You see, while Person A's clothes are quickly going out of style and their phone battery is degrading, Person B's asset is just quietly working in the background. As the months pass, that asset is generating consistent cash flow. Fast forward a few years, and the yield produced by that asset has actually grown to equal the exact cost of all those luxuries Person A bought on day one.
But here is the ultimate twist of the whole thing. Eventually, both people end up owning the exact same things. Seriously, Person B didn't permanently deny themselves the good life. A few years down the line, they simply take the yield from their asset and go buy the exact same phone, the same wardrobe, and take that same vacation. From the outside looking in, their lifestyles are absolutely identical. They both have the shiny new gear and the tan lines.
So let's look at Section 3, the hidden wealth habit.
This right here is the mathematical core of the entire strategy. Think about it. Person A paid for their lifestyle with their principal, that original $10,000. And because they spent the principal, their wealth is permanently depleted. Poof, the capital is gone. But Person B paid with investment income. They never even touched the principal. That original $10,000 remains locked safely in the asset, untouched, and it's just going to keep on working. The end result? Total 100% wealth retention. Our source material identifies this as the ultimate hidden habit of the wealthy, delaying spending until your assets actually pay for it. It's a huge misconception that wealthy people live in some state of extreme miserable deprivation. They definitely don't avoid spending. They simply sequence their purchases so their assets foot the bill. The asset comes first, the lifestyle comes second. It's a highly precise order of operations.
And really, this reveals a fundamental difference in daily psychology. When most people check their bank app, they ask themselves, well, what can I afford today? If there's 10 grand sitting right there, they immediately see 10 grand worth of current consumption. It's a completely natural, almost biologically ingrained way to view capital, but it is incredibly limiting.
Now, immediately contrast that with the builder's mindset. When they look at capital, they ask, what can my investments afford tomorrow? They don't view that money as a quick vacation today. They view it as a seed that will buy them vacations for the rest of their lives. That slight, seemingly simple shift in perspective, moving from current consumption to future purchasing power, it quite literally changes the entire math of your life. Which brings us to our final takeaway in Section 4, the asset machine.
This leads us to a phenomenal quote straight from our source material that basically serves as the ultimate thesis for this whole explainer. The goal isn't to own expensive things. The goal is to own the machine that buys those things for you. Honestly, anyone can own expensive things if they're willing to just drain their net worth to get them. But building an engine of assets that continuously churns out the cash to fund your lifestyle, well, that is the literal definition of true financial freedom. So as you go about your week, and maybe review your own personal finances, I want you to ask yourself a hard question. Is your very next purchase building your machine, or are you just buying a thing? Are you trading away your potential wealth for a quick hit of immediate consumption, or are you patiently building an engine that's eventually going to buy you whatever you want? It's a simple choice, but I promise you it makes absolutely all the difference in the world.